Hey there, guys. I just got back from the Gathering 6. I got a lot of different things on this trip. It was a great time. The Gathering is always very fun, and I just got a lot of additions to the collection that I'm very happy about. So let's get into this. First up, I'm just going to go in order. I got Hal Haney art. I've always just found a lot of interest in his art. I think when he does all these heads on there, it just looks very, very cool. And so me being a big ECW fan, I wanted the ECW one. So this is definitely going to be going on my wall. And he had a deal going. If you get one, it's $20. But for the rest of the Gathering weekend, you can get another one for only $10. And that just keeps going on. So if I wanted to get 5 of them, I could get one for $20 and the rest for $10. So my dad actually got a Sting right here. Very cool. All the different faces of Sting for his wall. Next up, I got the I Quit match in poster form. Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA. Say it right there. I mean, this is so cool. I love the I Quit match. They talked about it a lot this week at the Gathering, and it has its certificate of authenticity. Very cool, signed by both of them. Next up, moving on, I did get some loose figures. First up, a Billy Kay Elite. I've been having the Peyton Royce Elite for a while, so now I just really needed that Billy Kay. As you guys know, I have a lot of Kenny Omega figures in my collection. I'm a big fan of his, but I did need the Supreme figure, so finally got that. It was unboxed, and I do have all the accessories as well. Finally got an Elite Big Show. Elite Big Shows seem to be hard to come by, so I finally got him in Elite form. I did get the new Kurt Angle Legends figure right here. Very cool. I needed this version of Kurt in my collection in Elite form. So very cool. My Ember Moon Elite actually broke for some weird reason. Like the leg was all messed up. I don't know. So I needed another Elite Ember Moon in my collection. Very cool to get another one of those. Alright, now I actually did get 2 Pro Wrestling Loots. It was, if you get one, it's $20, but you can add another one to make it $25. So 2 for $25. I made sure I got 2 of them. One crate comes with a shirt and one without. So let's look at the different things that it came with. This right here were cards that came in it. In one of the crates, I did get a Kerry Morton hat pin, which I wanted that hat pin because I'm a big fan of Kerry, so I thought it was cool that it came in that mystery crate. And then I did get the LWO mask. There was a pint-size All-Star in each crate, one having Kevin Sullivan and Demolition Smash. They both had air refresheners, one being Hoovy and one being El Luchador. They also both had signed 8x10s, one being Greg the Hammer and the other being EC3. This one came with just a little thing of Thunder Rosa. This one had like a little mini poster type thing for John Cena, a Paul London card, and a Demolition Men little kind of mini poster thing going on right there. This, honestly, is one of the things I'm most excited about this week. I picked up this Chase U clipboard, already signed by Duke Hudson. I'd never seen these before. I didn't know they had some of these out there. I would have got it a while ago. I'm a big fan of Chase U, and I just hope that I can get a bunch of them to sign this. Hope to meet Bodie Hayward maybe upcoming on the Indies. So, yeah, very cool. I'm so glad that I got that. Also, in one of the crates, the one without the shirt, it comes with a mask instead. So, this is a Sin Cara mask that it came with. And for some reason, I threw the shirt over here. So, let me show you guys what the shirt looks like. Right here, Harley Race World's Champion. That is a very cool shirt. Moving on, you guys know, probably one of the main things I collect, one of my bigger collections, is my signed Bendy collection. So, I did add 4 this week, starting off with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He signed it with the Hall of Fame signature. I do believe the dark blue is the best way to go on this figure. That looks amazing in my opinion. It just pops so well. It's going to look great on my wall. And then we've got hardcore legend Raven. This is very cool. I've been wanting to meet Raven for so long, and I finally got him on my Bendy that I've been waiting to get signed. Moving on is both Demolition, Smash, and Axe. Very cool to add these 2 signed Bendies to my collection. And yeah, I was just glad to be able to complete all 4 of these Bendies. Not only that, move over here. I did get 2 8x10s, one being from The Gathering 3, there was a match, Bam Bundy taking on Nate the Great, and so they were selling little 8x10s. It was $10 for both autographed, so I was like, yeah, why would I not do that? It's a great memory. I was there live, so very cool to add that one. And then I do have Baby Doll right there. She signed it to Braden Baby Doll. This is her with Tully Blanchard. Another thing I threw out of the way, not thinking. I got this right here, a Slam Buddy. As you guys know, I collect the Slam Buddies. I try to get as many as I can. So Baby Doll was one of them that I needed. So she actually threw in a signed trading card and that signed 8x10, all for, I think it was $30, going with this right here. So very cool. And of course, you guys know I do get my encyclopedia signed all the time. So let's look at those autographs. Before we move on to my 2 encyclopedias, I did just start this kind of new project. One more thing I want to work on. This is the Tough Stuff Professional Wrestling right here. Very cool. I mean, it's a very cool book. As you can see, it's got a bunch of the older guys in here. And I got it signed, I think, 5 different people, starting off with Tully Blanchard. Very cool to add him here into this book. He was the first one to sign it. And the cool thing about this is I guess it was rare and hard to come by. Almost everyone that I had signed this, they were like, oh my gosh, what is this? And they would look at it, they're like, Tough Stuff. I've never heard of this book before. And Tully was one of those. He was like, oh my gosh, wow, that's very neat. Not only that, I also got Nikita Koloff in here. Nikita's one of my favorites. I love Nikita Koloff. Very cool to add him in here. I also got Tommy Wildfire Rich here, right here. I also added Mr. Olympia Jerry Stubbs. And actually, for free, I added Susan Green into this. She wasn't even announced to be there. She was kind of just walking around saying hey to everybody. And she was just enjoying herself there. She wasn't even there to sign. But then I walked up to her and she was like, yeah, I'll sign it for you, no problem. She was real nice, as always. So glad to add Susan here. And in my new version of the encyclopedia, I did add Ken Patera. Now on to my biggest project, the main thing I focus on getting. This is my old version of the encyclopedia. It's got 220 plus autographs. I think I'm at like maybe almost, I think it might be at 130 now. I've lost track. I am going to do a little count here soon. But out here, I do make a list of names of guys that just aren't in there. People usually on the super ticket that I just don't have something else for them to sign. So I get them to sign right here. And in this case, it was Ranger Ross and Scott McGee that I got right here. And I was also able to meet Alundra Blaze. I was so excited about them announcing her, and she was very nice. Very, very nice. She'll sit there and talk to you. Very cool to have her here. Also right here, as we know, the Big Boss Man has passed away, unfortunately. And so for some of these spots where they have passed away, I do get like a family member to sign the spot, like maybe a wife or a kid or something like that. And so the Big Boss Man's daughter, Lacey, was actually running around at this event doing stuff, and she was very, very nice. Very nice. And so she was actually very excited to be able to sign this. She's like, you want me to sign it? I'm like, yes, ma'am. And so she's like, great, I love signing cursive, and she's got a beautiful autograph. I mean, very cool to add her right here, representing the spot of the Big Boss Man, because, of course, I won't be able to get him to sign this, unfortunately. Here we are right here. This is the Great Saskia. A very interesting autograph. He was very, very funny. He has pretty good English. And so he just walked over, he's talking and stuff, talking about my dad's mask, because he did have a Great Saskia mask for him to sign. So he was like, oh, nice mask. So he was just very nice and very cool to add him here, right here in the encyclopedia. Not only that, I also got Rob Conway here in the book. Very cool to add him. And as you guys did see, I got my Raven Major Bendy signed, but I also needed him here in the encyclopedia. So very cool to add Raven. He has a cool autograph. After that, I also got Ronnie Garvin, and I really did feel bad for him. He had just had surgery, and this guy, he was struggling. I mean, it was very sad to watch him as bad as he was on that day. So, but very cool to add him here in the book. And then right here, I was able to add Johnny Rodz in here. And I also forgot to say that I did get Tiger Conway Jr. right here. I forgot to add him to my list right here. And then right here in the Strongbow section, I did get Jules Strongbow. Very cool. Not only that, I also got a rare one. This is Tatsumi Fujinami. A very cool one to add here. I do love his autograph. Looks very cool. On top of that, actually on the same page, is Ted Arcady. He was very, very nice. Like, he will sit there and talk to you. Just a great guy. So yeah, guys, that's everything that I got at the Gathering. I'm very happy about all of my pickups. So yeah, definitely check out the Gathering. If you're in the area, it's right there in Charlotte. Just look up T-Mart Presents The Gathering, and they're going to be announcing a lot of different stuff coming soon. I recommend getting the VIP ticket if you do go. It's the best way to go. So very cool, and it was a great event.